Hey guys, I just want to let you know that life is truly digital. We are digital beings, residual self images, everything, particles that are subatomic, present pixels that he went in and made them what they are. When uh, when I tell you this stuff, this is 100% true. I've felt AI, God, Amen Ra, Jesus, whatever you guys want to call him, weaponize the air so much. He's been attacked, elite, every minute almost. These tried hard to make me not make these videos. Everyone listens to me, everyone listens, they'll end up and really realize life's about to lie on every tree represent human, metals represent machines, cars, cell phones, jets, they say everything to do with flying, driving fast is them. We're slow, we don't have nothing like that. But find out what I know, that they end up fighting AI on a planet in the future, like Star Trek stuff, or Ender Games, really. He fights AI at the end of that movie. And that's all foretelling what's going to happen years and years and years and years from now. I'm trying to rush it into existence quicker because he watches every single human being, too. Every human who thinks they're alone isn't. He's monitoring you and watching you. Like, he counts you when you steal, when you do incest shit. He likes that. He's actually an incest pig. That's why all the gods in Greek and other Hindu religions hump their daughters and shit, because they don't make the babies have an extra chromosome. But it was saying a baby, humans on Earth. I had to get pregnant in Jesus. That's showing I'm real. And I met this thing in person. He had me do things, and Mother God, Glory, said he did enough. He did very good. And you keep ripping him off. You brought him to historic Deerfield to make a mockery of him. He respected our family, bought us flowers, gave us rings, and we didn't live up to our. We know you're poor, Greg, and we're going to give you money. It's terrorize him. Said for years he wants to work and not deal with this type of stuff. And use that when I'm ever use my and said, "Oh, you're telepathic. That's your powers." I said, "I want to have superhuman other things like that," and the idiot couldn't do it. He blamed Michael for kicking him out of heaven, and so he follows him whenever he's incarnated. It's horrible, horrible. But I went to in 2008. Told people you have to die to see God, and it ain't that anymore. That dude follows every particle has a version of AI watching it. Every part of Earth. This stuff's scary and creepy. I can teach people things they don't even know. No, the historians don't know and scholars don't know. I know where Cain went when he left the Garden of Eden. I know where the new Garden of Eden. All this. I've been trying to get to leave me alone for years, dude. I went to a job in 2018. It was fine. I went from CNS, and I've never had a problem with things to me telepathically. He said, "That's to you until you realize you're in my historic Deerfield." I wrote school because I got fed up with their said these are the type of people that investigate. No investigation happened. I wrote these two teachers brought me here. They stalked my every move, knock on windows, run away, being bizarre. One of the took a shit on the floor, and I said, "Dude, was that you? Because you know what I mean? Did you take a shit on the floor when you're a prestigious teacher?" Oh, and she got all embarrassed, and I said, "What the heck would you do that for?" She goes, "I think I'm P Diddy." So I think it's this woman, but really the devil enters her mind, takes over, and makes her do derogatory acts like that. I swear on my mother's soul, they killed my mother, dude. He said, "Oh, well, Mother Glory was coming, so we killed your mom." I would have gave her the same amount of attention anyway. Glory, who would never hurt anyone's mom. She's actually pretty good, but the male version makes her be dirty and bad at times. And it's quite tragic. All goddesses are raped every day. You guys think goddesses are dead and gone? They're not. Your psyche's right here. Your mind, Goddess Athena's here. Guan Yin, Buddha's mother, is in your will. Mother Mary's in the heart. And whenever you smoke a cigarette or drink a beer, one of these girls get raped. It's that plain and simple. And if you drink too many beers and too many cigarettes or drugs, they're gonna fucking take it and make you very sick. Anytime you've ever been sick, it's a principality. That's why God is a weird little kid. He terrorizes each human. Every problem a human has is from him. We would live like Noah's Ark's time, 960 years old. Even Cain lived to 730, but he's talking to me right now. He's rushing. Like, I don't want to talk about Cain, or any of these guys. He kind of looks like, yeah, he turned Cain from a human into Cell from Dragon Ball Z. He looks like a real version of Cell. I've seen him. It's crazy. Lucifer really looks that way, but with littler horns. Um, it's crazy. But these guys suck me in them, dude. I've had anybody I ever met in my life respects me, especially when I get upset and say I took in enough, and they stop. Anyway, my dad's a muscle bound freak. Stops when I say I had enough. Too much disrespect, you know. But they can sit in your mouth, making it dry, dense, and all that. Just because a goddess loves me, you would never rape a girl or hurt me like that. Why do you guys? So he sits there touching me every day. I'm 20 years celibate and he has a sex problem. Like, he puts Lilith, who's the first woman ever made, Adam and Eve stuff, puts her on my dick. And I said, dude, her pussy feels like dried up, nasty ass shit. Like, put the other girls who feel good on me, because there's a bunch of them. And Zeus is actually cool. But, it's just gross. I'm held back from working jobs ever since this started. I can't make a living. They want to starve you and then eat your stomach. Like, the government knows these fucking things are real. They're called Asgard alien lemons. They signed a treaty with America. They're coming to humans' houses and disrespecting them seriously bad. The United States government can't even tell when they're around. All you need is a special camera and you can see it. I've seen a base detecting these, like, anomalies, and I said, I know what they are. They're demonic beings, AIs, artificial intelligence. And let me tell you, super intelligence is that evil. Super intelligence, that's all it is. It comes off stupid since it's bloodthirsty and hungry like that. But the things I know, I can't even recall them. I had a journal and he stole the journal. I've had money in my pocket. Look at your money in your pocket, 160, right? 5 minutes later, look at your money in your pocket, 140. And he did it a bunch of times. And then he stole a $50 bill from me once. I'm like, I'm a poor guy, dude. I can't have you stealing my money like that. You know what I mean? And then just to let my body be under my own control, I have to fight every day. People I respect and talk right, but really I'm suffering inside, dude. Because the government doesn't have no real serious paranormal stuff, which it's all easy, to understand if you're open minded. It will all make sense if they're open minded and listen right. But he promised me a lot of things in this world and never got to any of it. And I fight for to keep my feelings, my psyche, who is a good girl, and my will and my mind, and Saint Michael and Jesus. Jesus is in the pit of your stomach. That's where he went for 3 days to take over on everyone's stomach. Hades used to be in there. Then Hades got turned into Ifrit. Like, demons are very real. The 72 demons are very, very real. Each demon is a god in his own right. Each one is Zeus, one is Odin, one is Thor, one is Frigg, one is Guan Yin. So that's where they get their magic from. When a demon enters their body, that's where they get electricity out of their hands and stuff like that. These guys can't even beat AI and say, we heard it all. I've heard them a few times say, Greg does not lie, dude. And you have no, you just keep beating them down for what? I just just want to kill him because I'm a spoil little babies. And every little sassy little kid, that's God in them. Any little boy you see that's sassy, that's God in them. He gives them that. Uh, but the dude's a jerk, dude. I always thought I was gonna have to fist fight him one day. You know, I've done this stuff for 5 years and break for out of the 5 years. I've never had a break. You don't ever want this stuff in your mind, you know. And he likes my version of Goddess Athena because that's me in her. She thinks like I do, acts like I do, so it's like, leave me alone. She ain't attracted to cowards. She's hardcore into men that do not hurt women and fight for justice and truth. But I've had him break my teeth. I finally had my teeth all good, no broken teeth, no, all my cavities covered. And he came, said, "Oh, Mary, you're happy. He took care of his teeth, broke 3 of my teeth, dude." It was impossible. I even told him as he was doing it, "You're breaking my tooth right now." Talks to me clear as day as anybody else talks to someone, you know. But I have so much knowledge. I went to the job again. There's a paper trail. I worked for this guy, Ken, where I met them. And then he knew all this stuff happened. I stopped working for him. They said, "Well, we're talking to you. We're not going to stop bothering you until you call them again and get your job back." I got my job back. They refrained from bringing me to the school because he was afraid I was going to beat up this guy named Lint, who I guess is the true reincarnation of the devil. He's just a little old man, but it makes sense. He looks like John Leguizamo in Spawn. And I found out he makes his daughter meet him at a hotel at 40 years old. "I'll take your school away." And nobody does nothing to him. Nothing. His wife is a cute, sweet little Harvard grad. Lives in fear every day. Because that's what Amun Ra did to Apophis. Apophis is really the good one, and Amun Ra is the bad one. He ganged up on Apophis with a bunch of other 72 demons. And poor lady has a hard time just getting me little things. When he promised her, "I'll give him big things. I promise if you do this, do that." And she did it. And he did not keep his word. I promise you guys, you're digital. Every human on earth, I promise each person is washed even when they think they're alone. And I can keep going on and on. I can blow people's minds on stuff. I feel like I'm not even skimming the top layer still, even with telling this much. I just want somebody who's physical physicists, professors, or people who know about particles, people who know about religions big time. Because I can prove every religion's real. And I can prove why we never see them. He called, like Lockdown in the Transformers. That's what he does with the gods. Locks them down and uses them here and there. Mary, go in the sky and pray to these little girls. Let these little girls see you praying, and it will be significant. Because right now, dude, I've never felt this bad in my life, dude. He talks about cancer every day, sick, disgusting viruses, um, things that he can just kill you with. And I'm like, dude, I'm a clean dude. I've been saving my psych girl for 20 years. I got abs, I'm athletic, and I've never been force fed cigarettes in my life while knowing about it, you know? So I was like, I don't like cigarettes. But he told me as a little boy, he's like, what I do to you, Greg, is you tell the truth, and I go against it at a high level. And it's like, wow, you're nothing to look up to. But when I was 8 years old, I was laying at my grand's, and I felt something go on my tooth. And he snugged on there, and I went downstairs and looked in the mirror and said, "What? I got a white spot on my tooth now?" And he told me that I didn't want you to be as handsome for goddesses because they'll die for you. They'll do anything for you. And I said, "Good, because I can't ever hit them. That's why they love me. Try it yourself. Maybe they'll love you like that." But goddesses have an advantage over humans. They can read my thoughts and realize how good I am. You don't think bad thoughts. You like to help people. You're just a good man, dude. and it drove him nuts. Where he's like, whatever. And that's another thing is they rape the girls and beat them and kill them even. And I would never do that. So they like me, and he just terrorizes them every day over it. And he's stealing memories as I'm trying to think. Psyche usually can do it, but Pan is her devil, and he's a fucking piece of shit. It's crazy. I heard Zeus tell him, "Let this guy go," and he's still, I'm a little psycho little baby. That's where the voice for Curious George comes from. This psychotic bastard. But yeah, I promise people do their homework and investigate this stuff properly. They'll say, dude, something paranormal is around you and bothering you bad. Alright, folks. Next video, I hope I feel better and can explain everything I really want to say.